Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Infraspace. At the moment we are looking at our science area. And we can see that there is a need for blue science. Just remember last time we upgraded this intersection. We were planning to come and make what all of our residents need. So they're getting meals now, they're not getting robots, and they are getting culture. Before we do that, I do want to resolve our science issue over here. So even though we are nearly finished everything that uses just yellow and just blue and green, once we get to yellow, we will need to make sure that the blue and green are operating well. And the way we're going to do that is by moving our science area from here to somewhere else. And that somewhere else, let's just look and see what materials I need first. Iron and carbon, they're easy to come by. Electronics, sulfur, and blue science. And electronics just need copper, right? Copper and iron. So iron, copper, sulfur, and carbon. So iron, copper, sulfur, and carbon. So copper, iron, sulfur. What do we got over here? Iron, copper, sulfur. So what if we build our new science area over here? And then we might put in a train line into here somewhere. Because I haven't touched on it yet, but in that recent upgrade, there are now 3 speeds of train line. We haven't upgraded the 2 faster ones yet, but they are there. So let's get our blue science in first. Just remind myself what we need. Iron and carbon. So let's go in here. Where was copper? It was over there. Oh, we've got 2 sets of iron. That's nice, in case we need more. We just want a standard one-way road. We're going to go back to no grid. It had its chance to shine last episode. Actually, I think we probably only want these 1 lane. Stop upgrading from there to there. And then out of here, we want a 2 lane. So that will let them merge fairly nicely. We want our large iron mines. Well, they don't quite fit there. That's a little annoying. Why won't... Oh, that's also got a bridge there. They don't fit down this side either. I guess we got to move this then, so that they do fit. I don't think we'll need this many, but you never know. So that's the iron. The other thing blue science needed was carbon. We're going to bring carbon in over here. We haven't unlocked the... which one is it in this one? Just the carbon processor yet. So we're going to need to use the atmosphere ones until we get there. So now we're select research. We can't do anything because we don't have yellow science. What we need for the just carbon is this particle filter. Yellow science is a whole other kettle of fish that we will get to in the next episode. We said we wanted carbon things, so we're going to have those guys reduced down to 1 lane. This will come in as 1 lane. Then we're going to come out again as 2 lanes, maybe down this way. And this will be 2 lanes here. Let's just see if we can't straighten those up a little bit. Just to make this merge a bit neater. And out here, I can never find anything. We want our atmosphere processes. So let's put those down here. How tight can we squeeze them in? Reasonably tightly. One more. Let's get this one organized. Okay. Now with this, we need some power. Let's go. Just plonk him right there. We need a substation. Everything is roared to life. They just give power over such a large area. Now we need to get all our blue science in. Okay, so let's build us a... Let's be smart about this. Put a blue science there, just to give us like an idea for size. We'll come off here, back this way. We'll rearrange him to face back down the main road here. Look, our iron trucks are already on the way. They know what's going on. And we can fit 4 blue science down that road. But that's 4 on each side of the road. We have to, though, just be careful, because everything here is one way, to give them a path out. So let's just have single lane across to there. We'll bring a single lane back, and this can keep coming down here. And let's see if we can't get this to connect in neatly. There we go, that'll do. So now we need... Look at all these iron trucks. There's so many of them. Now we need... What are they doing there? This is still something that hasn't been fixed yet. But they are crammed up there. We, however, want more blue science. So we'll plop him in there again. We want... Let's move that node and use it to come up here like this. And again, we'll move that node and reuse it. That's already moved itself. Wonderful. Let's get this blue science in here. We'll leave it at that for now. We'll do the job. I just realized we need green science in here too. So this main road, let's actually upgrade it to this two-way, slightly faster road. That is not what I wanted to have happen. You go straight, so nothing is going back that way. And you can come around there, and you can go to there, and there. So this right-hand lane is doing quite a number of things, but it will work out a bit better. So you're going to there, you're going to there, not around there, you go to there, you go to there. So again, the right-hand lane, left-hand lane as you're driving down it, doing a lot of things. But hopefully that will mean that it can keep itself organized. And these will keep producing blue science. Still got plenty of power. And what that means now is that from our junction up here, we can start producing green science. Yes, I just realized as well, this section here doesn't actually need to be two-way. So we can put that, whoops, like this. You go down to there, you go down to there, you can also turn the corner, and both of you can turn the corner going that way. Okay, pretty kind of weird looking, but it works. The reason we did that is that for green science, let's just put in one of the green sciences up here. We also need sulfur and electronics. Sulfur is over here, and electronics we have to make. And we're going to bring them in on a road coming in this way. So we'll get a faster road, because they'll be going reasonably long distance. Again, just one lane, so that everything merges into its own lane properly. Well, from here, this right lane should probably be able to turn into there. Look at all our blue science, they're like kicking it, like we've got to get it over to the green science factory right now. We can't wait. We should low on carbon, really? Oh, we need one atmosphere processor for one of these. We've got 16, so we need another 4. We can do that. Gonna have to go around the corner though. We can go to there and there, and then use the things we've learned about corners in this game to make this corner a little bit smoother. Just like that. Atmosphere processor. You want to go 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So that will be enough carbon now for everything once they get going. Now our electronics. If you look at our electronics, we need iron and copper. So iron is over here, copper over here, copper over there too. I think we'll make our electronics on this side, maybe like in this corner here. We need to get the copper and the iron going first, so we'll put a road in here with some copper mines. Not sure exactly how many we'll need to start, so we'll put in a load of them. And our iron over here, it's going to want to come out that way. Iron mine. Why are those ones unhappy? Just move the road a bit. I mean, they're allowed to be unhappy for not having power. We haven't given them power yet. They shouldn't be unhappy they don't have iron. That's the one thing they do have. We will... How does our power look over here? Oh, they're going to be completely separate sections. So maybe we'll whack another solar panel. I forget how to rotate. No, how do I rotate it? Oh no, panic. Oh, there we go. I just... Q and E. That was a little more panic than it needed to be. So we can put one substation there. One substation here. But we're going to need to just give it some power lines to get over there. Used 75, we're using 73. That's a pretty tight network. start out here. From here we want to come straight out a little bit and then go down to one lane. Down to one lane. To come across here. Let's just stop there for now. Let's round off that corner. And that one. And over here, I'm still not entirely sure where we're building these electronics. I think it's going to be here. So let's go 2-lane road along here. This guy has to get over to there. So we'll give him a little bit like that. Something for the corner. Bring that over to merge. Bring this in to merge. Now we'll smooth this out a little bit. Let me move that. There we go. Round that corner. Round that corner. Round that corner. These still annoy me how it does this. I don't understand why. But this gives us a base for where we're going to build our electronics. Maybe we'll build them off this side. That might make more sense. Okay, so the little smaller roads. Let's go about there. Just because I kind of have a feel for how big these electronics factories are. So we can do this. If this falls within the power network here, we're going to need more power. And here again, we can come out this way, and we will put in more electronics. Now, each of these electronics produces 2 every 32 seconds. These need 4 every 60 seconds. So that means that one of these is not quite enough for one of these. So this produces 2 every 64 seconds. And this needs 4. This produces 4 every 64 seconds. Look at this traffic here. You can turn. You both go straight. Here. You can turn. Let's take that one off. Again, this right-hand lane can do everything. Maybe this needs to be 3 lanes. They'll sort themselves out after this first initial rush. I'm sure of it. So if we're thinking about like, that means we need 16 of these to 15 of those to get enough. We're only going to have 12 of those, which would mean 13 here would be fine. And at the moment, we've got 12. So if we did another row of them, we would have ample electronics for 12 green science. We need to get power over there. So just put this here. We'll connect up all of these networks. So you connect to there. And then this one, whoops. I can't quite see. Also connect to there. Oops, we got one. There we go. So now we've got one big power network up here with not enough power. But we can manage that. We put another one of these down here. Okay, so these are, will again all calm themselves down in a little bit. But just go one row out, and we're going to bring this back down to here. That power pole's in the way. Get out of the way. We do want to have that come into there as a single lane though. And here we've got 2 lanes coming out over to there. You see this one, if we had it square, it does the right thing. When you round it off, it doesn't. Okay, so they're sending their electronics over here to this one green science factory. Let's move that just so that we keep our space here. And these also need sulfur. Sulfur, we said, came from over here. So let's start mining some of it. Put our road down. We want the large sulfur mines. Okay. Now let's go out to there. And you can come into that junction as well. This one here we can round off because it's only one lane. But this one we want to make it square. Let me move it. Do that just so that it merges properly. That's really weird how it does that. But we don't have power over here. It's just bad placement of this. Can we... Okay, so we can do that. But now these aren't all connected together. There we go. There we go. So now everything should be working, and this will get everything it needs. And it is completely chock-a-block with materials. We need to press these up a little bit. Now we said we were doing 12 green science, didn't we? I wonder if we can fit all of it on one row. Not easy. Easy. Now our issue will be reducing the yellow science. Okay, you don't need to go that way or that way. And you do need to go down there. Okay, So we've got a bit of a traffic jam here. It'll sort itself out. It's just because we built so many things at once. Now we can put in our yellow science factories. Now these things require some materials. Not just like, yeah, they need materials. It's, yeah, they need materials. Okay, put some more power in this network. So the thing they need most of all, we should have checked this. They produce 1 blue science every 20 seconds. These need 3 every 60 seconds, so they'll match as long as they're 1 to 1. They definitely are. Let's just put them into the right-hand lane, just to keep everything moving. And this here, that's fine. They'll sort themselves out eventually. There's just a lot of traffic at the moment. But these things need motors and neural processors. Motors, dead simple. Because if we come into our factories, our iron and steel, 1 motor every 24 seconds. We need 10 every 120 seconds, which means 1 motor factory will have time to produce 5 in that time, which means that 2 motor factories is enough for 1 yellow science. So let's go over here, since this is our like production area, and we said we needed copper and steel. Now copper we can get fairly easily. I'm gonna leave a gap here, just until we position everything, because we're getting copper from down there. So we're actually going to, in here, just have a little segment. I don't want a segment that big. A little segment here. This one. 2 lane to make it easier for them to merge. And then this is gonna do that crazy thing again. So we'll put a little kink in the road to make it work out properly. And this we have to get over to there. So we can come across to here. Then we want to go up. A little tiny bridge. And back down. Oh, that's a bit close. There we go. Little tiny bridge. It actually turned out to be a pretty big bridge. I wonder if we could have made it smaller. What if we just like shift this across to the other side? And then this one we put back down to ground. It looks super weird, but I don't hate it. Done. And we're going to connect that into this network over here. So we'll go back to 2 lanes, back to maybe there, and then we want our standard road. I do want it parallel to this one though. So we'll just build a little bit of like road scaffolding. Okay, delete that now. This one, let's go to there. Reverse direction. Get that in there like that. That's 1 motor factory that will have copper being delivered. So we should get a whole bunch of trucks. Well, because we only built one, they haven't gone absolutely insane yet. But we said we needed 2 for each yellow science. We've got 3, 4, 6 yellow science, which means we need 12 motor factories. Three, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And these need to connect into the rest of the system. Now, let's see if we can't get that lined up roughly there. It's pretty good. So bring you in like that. This section here will upgrade, not the whole thing, just a little bit. So they can merge a bit nicer. And then in here, we'll just put a little bit of a kink so that the corner doesn't go completely crazy. Now these need steel. Now I don't know if we can take steel from the storage. Oh, I just realized our housing is full and we've got more jobs than population. So we need another housing estate. Or to extend our existing housing estates. That's probably what we'll do. So we're going to come off of here. That looks pretty good. And let us build some more habitats. We need all of this to be two-way road. So we can do that, turn you around. Get you in there like that. And then this, we want main road up to that end. And you connect through to there. Now these roads, we are going to have to upgrade those to be bigger. Because we're going to have a lot of traffic down these now. Not guaranteed, but I expect it to happen. Let's again just keep leaving little gaps. So as much as I want to have them pushed right up against each other, last time there was a major update, I had to go through and tweak every single one. And it was incredibly slow and tedious. So if I don't need to do that by just leaving slightly larger gaps here, I'll be much happier. Now I do want to keep these two estates fairly separate. We'll add another row here. This guy across to there looks pretty good. We'll add in another row of housing. I'm aware you don't have power. We'll get to that in just a moment. So in terms of power, we can get a substation over there. That will definitely help them. We go power line there, 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 and we can get one there. So now this has power. We don't have enough power in the network now, but again, we can just keep putting in solar panels over there because it's all connected. We have to select some research. Let's get this particle filter going. It's not going to happen yet, but it will eventually. And these will request their things for what they need. Again, we just added 200 housing. We're going to do the same thing over on this side. So let's extend that road out a bit. We can use this other one now for markers. Okay, so we can do that. Do this. Delete that. Connect in. Connect in. And again, do the same thing. You please, you come across to there. We'll get this last little section on. I'm gonna kill that bit of road and hook you in there. And now we just have to add in all of the habitats. And they will start to upgrade over time as well, giving us slightly more population again. There, last row. Oh gee, those two are pretty close. They must be good neighbours. Just check everything's got power. It does. Look at our city. 20 level 1 citizens. So they'll add up over time. Now they don't have survival food. I expect that's just because there's so much traffic here that they can't get in. Oh look, even our stadiums cover them all. Parks don't. Have to have a new park. It's pretty close. Now, these are traffic lights, I hope. No, they're not. I want the junction, please. Yeah, going out. Yeah, that's fine. We definitely want both lanes going through there. Both lanes going through there. And the same over here. And this one as well. I don't know why. I'm like misclicking that. But that traffic's cleared up there now. This here is a traffic light, I'm fairly sure. Yep. So they're on their way doing their thing. All the food and oxygen will come out of there. That one's still... must just because it's slightly less busy. Well, this is all our people moving in as well. And they're jammed here. You're a straight through lane. Actually, we probably don't want a straight through lane there. Now they're still all stopped because of this road here. Why are you stopped? I don't have an answer for that. Okay, at this end. Oops, get out of the stadium. let's adjust these. Just so that this traffic can get out of this road. It's like that corner is blocking all of this back here. It's absolutely ridiculous. Maybe this side needs to be upgraded as well. Go back to traffic lights there. Yeah, see, these guys just couldn't get the food in time. This one, let's upgrade it as well. I mean, it's getting done in preparation because it's not busy yet. But it will be. You give way. You give way. You give way. Okay. Finally, one of them got it right. And I think this road here just isn't big enough either. Both lanes can go through to there. Both lanes coming back this way can go with that. And down here. Check these phases. So you go in phase 0. Everything else goes in phase 1. We need to get our lane connectors right. So that one can also go around to there. Phase 1. Wait, but that took away the... Why did you take away the right turn there? But this food is not being let past. Which is why everything is starving. How do we get... Okay, make those guys give way. Because food is... There's a couple of other oxygen locations, but our main food production comes from down there. Let's check our lights here. Phase 0 includes you. Phase 1 is all of that. There's no right turn out of there. I'm happy with that. It includes you. We should probably add a phase 3, which is just that one. And we'll do that one as well. They... Traffic lights. That one. So phase 0 is... Well, they can actually still go on phase 0 as well. Phase 1, they can go... That can go. They have to stop. That can keep going. Phase 2, that goes, that goes. That has to stop because of this merge here. They can keep going. Okay. So they're like way stacked across here because they're turning right into there. And you give way. See, look at... I hope they'll sort themselves out soon enough and not just keep using one lane or spreading out to 3 lanes and then be like, oh, well actually, oh look, we're viewed right back here nearly. Okay, well we've shifted the problem up a little bit, at least that's something. Look at these traffic lights. Yeah, sure, that'll do. It's not great, but it'll do. Get everything out of here. Yeah, they're just so blocked up. They're moving again at least, that's something. Why would you give way that way? That is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, they seem to be functioning again. We go to there, we take out that one. So up here now, you can keep going straight along there. That lane definitely turns. Here, that side gives way. That side gives way. That side gives way. They give way. They give way. This end is probably the same, isn't it? It's not so good. No, I'm not interested in the stadium. Okay, fix that one. Fix that one. That one we've already done, probably. Fix that one. Okay, so we're not blocked up here anymore, which is wonderful. This is all moving through here now, which is good. These are, well, some of these downgraded, probably just because we couldn't get the stuff into them in time. They seem to be improving again now. Why are these unhappy with electronics? We just not have enough people. No, we have enough people. 2,300. Okay, we've got our people crisis sorted, except for this building. What? We didn't lose too many, but we definitely lost some. Now where were we building even? Over here. We needed some steel. So these will be like all ready. I just want to see if we can put some, like a storage thing here, and like sneak copper, not copper, steel out from the storage. Doesn't look like it delivers from storage, it just stores in storage. And you know what? That's fair enough. So steel we will put here. They want carbon and iron. producing carbon over there, but just enough. Iron is coming from here. So we could probably reuse some of that iron. We go from there. We'll upgrade this other section to one way from there. That'll be nice. And then off of here, we're going to bring this into there somehow. In a way that doesn't completely destroy our traffic. We might actually just bring the steel back along the back here. So we produce it at the other end, like we produce it on one side and it does a long loop around. That will work. Let's go to there. We'll go to there. So now they'll start getting iron from these guys here. They might like wake up. But we also need carbon. So 1 carbon every 16 seconds, and our oxygen or atmosphere dealies, whichever category they're in, produce 1 carbon every 16 seconds. So we need 1 carbon for every steel mill. Now this one, we're actually going to do 2 lane. Crazy, right? Now, you come off of there at 90 degrees. You come down there at 90 degrees, but we want you to be 2 lane. Don't need that helper road anymore. I'll lock you in like that. The reason we want this 2 lane is because so our steel produces 2 steel every 16 seconds. This needs 2 steel every 24 seconds. So that means 3 steel plants for every 3 motor plants for every 2 steel plants. And we had 12 of these, which means we need 8 steel. 2, 3, we fit in there. It will just. I guess we possibly didn't need this to be 2-way then. This next one we're going to go the opposite direction, and it's going to be our atmosphere processes. Let's go with this one, and then we'll just turn it around. Onto the side road to there. We need 1 of these per steel mill. 3, 4, 5. Give it a couple more. Can't hurt. 3, 4, 5. Maybe we'll make this 2-way as well. They do want power. You know what? Fair enough. Let's go there maybe? We will power pole across. Just put 1 in there, we'll move it to the other side of the road. And then go out there, across to there. So we're not producing enough power, which you know what that means. Let's put in a couple. There we go. Now we've got plenty of power. These will have to wait for the carbon, then these will have to wait for the steel. Once all that's going, we'll be producing motors for our yellow science. might actually upgrade that section there to 3 lanes, just to help it out a little bit. You can go both sides. But the last thing we need is neural processors. And neural processors are a non-trivial thing to create. So neural processors come from the neural processor factory. Let's just put one of these down. You know what? Let us get the... No, we can do it as we, like, by a brain. So we need nanotubes. 3 nanotubes every 90 seconds, which is 1 nanotube every 30 seconds. So these are nanotubes, and they produce 2 nanotubes every 50 seconds. We said we needed 3 every 90 seconds, which means 1 nanotube will be enough for 1 neural processor, because it will produce 3 in 75 seconds. So that will be okay. So they'll need to go together. This needs carbon and sand. Sand is just a raw material we dig up. It'll be fine to get. Carbon, once again, we need to get from our atmosphere processes, which produce 1 every 16 seconds. So to get 5 in 50 seconds, 1 will give us 3 in 48 seconds. So we'll need 2 oxygen plants or atmosphere processes to run our nanotube factory. Just to get the carbon we need. Once we can get our hands on the carbon processor, that produces 1 carbon every 8 seconds, which will be 5 in 40 seconds. So we'll be able to scale down a little bit, but we need this for now. So that's the nanotubes. Sand, again, we just dig up. Now microchips. We need 2 microchips every 90 seconds. We put one of these down. This produces 1 microchip every 60 seconds, which means we need 1.5 essentially, but we're going to go with 2 microchips for one of these neural processor factories. And again, the microchips need sand and electronics, but 2 electronics every 60 seconds. And our electronics factory, maybe we'll put them this way, produces 2 every 32 seconds, which isn't enough to feed 2 of these. So everything there is what we need for 1 carbon nanotube factory, and that produces 1 every 90 seconds. Our yellow science needs 4 every 120 seconds, which means we're producing 1 every 30 seconds, which means we need 3 of this to feed 1 yellow science factory. That's right, you heard that right. We need 3 of all of this to feed 1 of these. And we've got 6. So we're going to need 18 of this complete setup to feed our 6 yellow science factories. And that's why, pardon me, that's why we're going to be looking at that next time. For now, we're going to say we've done the maths. This is what we need. And when we come back, we will look at seeing if we can get these in here. It's just crazy how many of them are needed. But yellow science, if we look at our research tree, that's where we get lots of lots of cool things get unlocked. And I've never even seen what red science needs. So that will be something coming in the future. But for now, let's look over our new production estate. We've got all our green and they're so happy with green science. We've got all our science factories happy. We're producing everything we need for our part of this. Now we just have to get the red happy. Sorry, the yellow science happy. Thank you everyone for stopping by today. I do appreciate it. If you have enjoyed the content, do consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. It does help out a lot. And I hope to catch you all next time. Thanks everyone. Bye for now.